Yeah, I can. It's good. So welcome everyone. We got Mike here today. He's going to share a little bit more about his journey on getting six-pack lean with the Kinetic method. So Mike, welcome aboard, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you on. So tell everyone a little bit more about yourself, age, height, weight, what you do for a living, that people get like a broad picture, and then we can dive into your personal transformation.
I'm 33 years old. I'm 6'4". I was 200 pounds when I started with Morrow. I own an insurance marketing organization. So basically all I do is I remove the pains and stresses from owning a health insurance agency. I provide end-to-end services. So all of my clients have to worry about is just sales. So we contract insurance agencies with, product to sell, provide advanced capital, and provide A to Z services. So again, the only thing they have to worry about is the fun stuff, sales. As a CEO, and a single father, just don't have the most time in the world to be spending at the gym. Hired a trainer for the first 6 months of the year, was working out 3 to 5 days a week when I was in town. If I'm home, I'm working out. But was working out 3 to 5 days a week for an hour a day for about 5 months. And at the end of the 5 months, I saw almost zero results. And that's, for me to go to the gym for an hour every day and drive 20 minutes there, 20 minutes home, on top of being a CEO and a single father, that's basically all the time I have, about an hour and 40 minutes a day for myself. So after doing that for 6 months and seeing zero results, I had reached out to Morrow and started the Kinetic method.
Yeah, that sucks, man. If you already have very little time available for you, and then you put that time in to take better care of yourself, and the ROI is just not there. So, but it's good you saw it. Some guys, they don't see it. They're just like, yeah, at least I'm doing something. Well, if you're doing something, why not get results?
Exactly. Yeah, the hardest thing was at first just consistency, just to get off your ass. But waking up at the ass crack of dawn every day and driving to the gym and sweating and doing a bunch of stuff you don't want to do is one thing. But when you're doing all that and you have zero results, like, hey man, that's not for me. I got to try something else.
Yeah,
and I was looking around
especially
the
as a
gym
business owner.
at the other people that were being trained, and none of them had the body that I wanted. So it was like, they're really nice guys and I love what they're doing, but they're just not for me. I had to find something else.
So what was different here?
Well, the thing that really, my favorite part about Kinetic Method when I first started was that, I could be in and out of the gym in like 35 to 45 minutes. The phase one of the workouts were so quick that I could just blow through them and, get to my desk and start making money every day. That's what I like to do. I like going to the gym every morning, but I also like getting to the office early, hitting my goals and all that. So for me, the phase one was just intoxicating, that I was going to get a six pack, but I only had to dedicate, 35 to 45 minutes 3 times a week. And then, we call it like 8-minute abs. I had to do 8-minute abs the other 3 days a week. And I couldn't believe how easy it was. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of consistency along the way, but the actual workouts were easier than what I was doing with a trainer, and I saw results faster.
Good. Yeah, and ultimately that's what I like the name you gave it, 8-minute abs. I had to write that down. But there's the marketing business, business owner agency supporter in your head. But going back to the workouts, yeah, ultimately, I always tell to the guys, it's kind of like boiled water. Once the water is boiling, there's no sense in overdoing it. Like what else do you want to do? The water is hot, it's boiling, like you achieve that. Anything else will just make you tired and fatigued, and will kill your recovery for the future. So
it's been an eye-opening experience.
what about the other pieces of the puzzle? Like, did you do diets before? Was it mainly focused on training?
I had tried some fad diets, but I was already, I don't want to say skinny. I was skinny fat, but my arms had been scrawny my whole life. So I never wanted to just starve myself because it just makes me look worse and worse. And girls don't like guys with scrawny arms. So bad diets, I would try them briefly, but I never really stuck with them because they wouldn't give me the body that I wanted.
And when you think about the diet, maybe we're doing us this favor calling it diet, but when you think about the nutrition here, what would you say was different here, and how do you feel about the overall approach?
So it was mind-blowing to me when I started Kinetic. I imagined I was going to be starving all the time. That's what I thought. Like, I thought getting a six-pack meant I had to torture myself. And the first week on Kinetic, I was stuffed. I mean, like I was stuffed. I'm drinking the shakes. I have my greens. Now I've eliminated fast food. I'm eating real animal protein. I'm eating 8-ounce steaks and 8-ounce chicken breasts. And not even the first week, I would say for the first month, I was stuffed. I was fighting to eat less calories than I'd ever eaten in my life. And because, my body was just almost in shock, like, wow, oh, we have protein, and, protein being an appetite suppressant. Just, waking up in the morning and drinking 2 shakes, it immediately gets rid of your appetite. Next thing you know, you're not hungry till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But it was so much easier than I expected. And I thought I was going to have to starve and torture myself. And it was actually the exact opposite. I was forcing myself to drink extra shakes and eat extra meals. And some nights it'd be dinner time. Like, I really don't want to eat right now. But I would force a meal down. And it was the exact opposite of what I thought getting a six-pack was.
Six-pack abs by eating more. Yeah,
Right.
you weren't thinking about it. And a lot of people ultimately want to also hear about the results. So if you said like the first 5 months with your trainer, you didn't have any results, you were 5 hours at the gym. Now you're like, let's say 3 hours at the gym. What kind of results did you get here? Obviously the six-pack, but if there are other things like energy, mentally, and so on, we'd love to hear that as well.
Sure. So when I had first started Kinetic, I had told Morrow that I take naps often. I was a young, healthy guy, but every day around 3:30 or 4 p.m., I would just like almost crash. And what I had told myself, because I've experienced a little success in my life, and because I am the boss at work, and I had told myself that taking naps is a privilege of the boss, and I have earned it, and I might as well take full advantage of what I've earned, these naps. And same thing, started Kinetic Method. 2 weeks goes by, I'm not tired. The naps have completely disappeared. I can't even spell nap anymore. My energy's through the roof. I'm using every minute of every day to further myself, my career, being a better father. So the energy is insane. I've completely eliminated naps. And people are starting to ask me like, hey, you look really good. What's going on? You have great color in your face. And, people are actually starting to notice it. So just been a whirlwind of changes. It's hard to list them all in 5 minutes.
That's already good. Ultimately, as a business owner, we care about our income and performance and how we lead our team. And if you're napping, yeah, you're a good salesman to sell to your team, like that's the boss privilege. But ultimately,
Exactly.
deep down, well, it's really the boss kryptonite. And so getting rid of that and you being sharper and leading from the front is ultimately what we want.
I do want to say, since starting Kinetic Method, since getting my diet under control and then getting my body in shape, they always say, get the body in shape and the mind will follow. Well, since starting Kinetic Method, my career has exploded. I've hired a few key employees for my team that I had been putting this off for years and years and years. So I'm building, the team that I've been envisioning for almost a decade. I've eliminated a lot of fear. My career is just skyrocketing, and it's only because I now have the energy and the willpower to handle it all. Before Kinetic Method, I had a great job, I had a great business, I made great money. But like after taking this step to Kinetic Method, I would honestly say my dreams, my entrepreneurial dreams are finally coming true.
Wow, man. Yeah, not many guys can say that. And what I'm hearing is your body was more like a little bit of a liability before to your entrepreneurial dream, and now it's become the key asset for you.
Exactly. Yeah, before my body was getting in the way of all the things I wanted to do. And now I've learned how to take care of myself, and my career is exploding.
Beautiful. So I've got one last question for you. For all the guys watching who are maybe a little bit skeptical, this guy online, I haven't met him. What if he takes my money and runs away? Yeah, well, maybe they think like they can put it together all on their own. Well, what's your word of advice there?
I would say, you have to take that leap of faith, give Morrow 1% of your trust and let him earn the other 99. But at the end of the day, Morrow is not for everybody. If you can't afford him, or if that seems like a lot of money, he might not be for you. But if you're looking to have maximum results in the shortest amount of time, then Morrow's your guy.
Thank you. Well, I really appreciate it, and you taking the time to share a little bit more about your story and your transformation, and give some looks behind the curtain of your own transformation.
Definitely. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming.